Hello, Aries. I'm Amanda. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your shift reading for the month of December. So we are looking at the shape you are shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shift looks like. All right, so for these readings, I start off by describing a meditation, a visualization that came through as I was meditating in your energy, and then we will get into cards. Today we're using the Golden Tarot, all right? It's got a lot of imagery from the late Middle Ages, early Renaissance, bringing a little Christian mysticism into the holiday season here for y'all. So in your meditation, I saw you opening compartments, thumbing through books, and stacking things. It was like you were searching for something perhaps, or trying to learn something new. Research, it has like a research quality to it, but I really felt like you were searching for something. It's almost like, going home, maybe visiting family or something, and you're searching through archives, or, I specifically saw you like opening up a box. And at first I thought you were opening presents, and I was like, oh, okay, someone's celebrating Christmas or a birthday or something, but I don't think so. It was like lifting something up to look inside. No, it's not in there. Grabbing books, thumbing through the books, it's not here, and then like stacking everything. That was really the energy that opened your reading. So this is interesting, Aries. I want to see where this goes. All right, so now we're going to jump into cards. Cards are already pre-shuffled, but I'll give you a couple more shuffles here. Okay, so we're also shifting from Scorpio season into Sagittarius. Water, deep, intense, watery energy that we've been in through this very extra special Scorpio season, and into the fiery lightness, seeker energy of Sagittarius. So it's also interesting to me that we started this reading with you as the seeker, seeking something. So first we are asking for you, Aries, what shape is Aries shifting out of this December? That was fast. Okay, interesting. The Tower, shifting out of the Tower energy. So perhaps recently in Scorpio season, the Tower is ruled by Mars, okay, which is also your ruling planet. It's Mars energy. It's fiery. It is, fire in the tower. The lightning strikes the tower and everyone must evacuate the building. It's a destruction type energy, but it's destruction in the name of construction. It's not just for the sake of destroying something that you have built, but rather it's a shakeup to your world that is very necessary for you to rebuild with a stronger foundation. Okay. So that's the shape you're shifting out of. You're shifting out of this intense, shifting, shake up, rock your world kind of energy. Let's see the shape you're shifting into in December here for Aries. The shape Aries is shifting into, almost from the Tower into what? I think that was the Hermit that almost wanted to flip, which is interesting because I thought I saw the Hermit in your pre-shuffle. Okay, what is... All right. Yeah, we got two cards for the shape you're shifting into. A Virgo card, which to me is that Hermit, more of that Hermit energy. This is Sun in Virgo, which is pretty close to the Hermit in the Major Arcana. So it's interesting because here we see a craftsperson really applying their craft alone, in their studio, working, really focusing on the task at hand, focusing on the tangible thing that they are trying to build, trying to create. Okay, specifically this person seems to be doing woodworking or drilling holes. You know, daylight is happening, the world is happening outside, but they are really in there focused. And then we have the King of Cups. Pairing with this Eight of Coins energy for the shape you're shifting into here, Aries. The King of Cups is all about emotional maturity. It looks like you're shifting out, you know, something perhaps has recently really rocked your world. You see the people in the forefront of the card, most of them are really like, what's happening? Like our house is on fire, essentially. Someone's falling from the building. The angel is up there like, oh no, this is hard to watch. Okay, so something really coming in and shaking up your world, but then shifting into this really solitary. Also notice how we go from the group, this sort of fall from grace, if you will, but really this shake up of the whole fabric of what you know to be stable and secure. And we can see how that shake up, shifting away from that, is actually constructive, because now we see you really applying yourself and doing the work of perhaps rebuilding, focusing on your work, focusing on yourself, and from a place, perhaps that focus on work really allows you, that decision to focus on work allows you to come into an emotional maturity that you find quite constructive. The King of Cups is often an energy of learning that you don't have to hold back your emotions. The King of Cups could be someone who is used to sort of keeping it all inside, holding back their emotions, and they're part of their journey is to learn that it's okay to express that. It's okay to express yourself. The royals, you know, page, knight, king, queen, it's often about self-mastery, especially the kings, queens and kings. This is about inner and outer work, how we take that inner work into the world around us. And so here, with this Virgo energy, you're focusing on work, and that part of that is a lot of inner, and that's a lot of inner, deep, emotional, transformative work for you, I think. And so then you coming out into the world from a more balanced, emotionally mature perspective, because you've come through some really intense times, a lot of intensity, and you've got something to do with your hands. Yeah. Having something to do with your hands seems to be what's focusing this emotional maturity and development. So let's see what that shift looks like for you, Aries, here in the month. I'll give it another shuffle. In the month of December, what does this shift look like for Aries? What does this shift look like for Aries in the month of December? What is the path from the Tower to the Eight of Coins, King of Cups energy? Okay. Great. One more. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Really powerful. Really, really powerful. I'm going to show this to you. Here's what your shift looks like, my friend. Happy to see your card here. Big time, right? Magician, Four of Cups, the Emperor. Hell yeah, Aries. So, I'm getting something a bit specific for this Magician energy and the Four of Cups. They initially came out reversed. And to me, that's signifying something. You know, the Four of Cups is actually looking over at the Magician in the spread. This is what it looks like. You can see that person in the Four of Cups. This card feels like boredom. It feels like dissatisfaction with the way life currently is, sort of waiting for something magical to happen. It's that energy. It's this shepherd tending the flock by night, bored with their job. That could be something important for someone, specifically bored with their job. And they're looking over at this Magician energy, like, why can't I create? You know, why can't I create like I used to, or like I want to? Like, why have I never been able to bring all of my ideas into the 3D and really like make magic with them? Because that's what the Magician does, takes all of that unseen power, the forces of nature represented here in the animals. This is my favorite card in this deck for sure. One of my favorites. It's beautiful. Calling on all of the forces of nature through this animal magic, really. As you know, harnessing those animal forces to bring something into this world, to bring it into being. That's magic, you know, creation is an act of magic. And so essentially, Aries, I'm looking at someone here who is perhaps an artist, is perhaps someone who makes things with their hands even. And it doesn't have to be, but there's a real sense of that here with the Eight of Coins, really working with your hands on something, and the Magician wanting to bring something tangible instead of always being here imagining. You know, the angel is coming in with this fourth cup. These 3 cups are the ones that this one here is a bit dissatisfied with, and this angel comes in, the muse, if you will, and brings that 4th cup of inspiration and says, hey, look outside yourself. Look outside of yourself and your experience, and you'll find the inspiration you need to make the magic, to create what you want to create. And I think that's exactly what happens over the course of this month here, Aries. And then you end here with the Emperor beautifully looking over at the Eight of Coins, King of Cups. You know, just like this, looking right over at your future self, building this, actually getting down to brass tacks, getting down to the practical act of building this thing. And that act of taking action on what you really want to create and tangibly beginning to bring it into reality, I think that fills your cup more than anything else in your current life. It's like nothing could fill your cup, King of Cups. Nothing could satisfy you like actually having the thing to work on and dedicate your energy to 100%. And that's what I see you doing, is getting out of this bored with life energy, imagining yourself to be the Magician, but not really taking action on it, and then saying, you know what? Because it's interesting too, because this Four of Cups character and the Emperor almost look like each other. Funny, huh? And it's like a total 180. You're turning your back on this way of going through life, perpetually a bit bored and dissatisfied by the choices that you're making. You're saying, no, I'm the Emperor. I create my life. I decide what my life looks like and feels like, and what my experience of that is going to be. And so you're really taking charge. And this is your card, Aries. This is Aries energy. And I love that we have the lion here, this fiery Leo energy here to help us out. And you'll notice in the hand of the Emperor is this fiery ball. See it? Harnessing all of your fire, your lion fire. You know, some of you may also have Leo strongly in your chart, since we have this beautiful lion here sitting at the feet of the Emperor as one of your tools, you know, one of the magician's tools. But specifically, this is about, you know, the magician has all 4 elements at their disposal, and you can see that here on the table. Cups, swords, wands, pentacle, all of the elements they are working with here at their disposal. And here you're choosing fire. It's like the Emperor chooses to work with fire, which for me is creativity. It's inspiration. It is lifeblood. It's like you're here, perhaps you're bogged down in emotional energy with the cups. You're weighed down by emotional energy. And when you know very well you've got all the tools at your disposal here, and all you have to do is choose to turn your back on that emotional energy that has been weighing you down and choose fire. It's like, all right, I choose you, Raichu, or whatever. Pokemon reference. Okay, happy holidays. I hope you get a Pokemon deck for Christmas. Okay, you see what I mean? You choose to work with the element of fire, because that is who you are at your core. You're stepping into that fire, that creativity, that one, you know, fire helps you make decisions. It gives you the passion, the fire under your ass to not only have the passion to do something, but the will to enact it, to actually do it. And that's what we see you doing. That's exactly what we see you doing here, carrying out your will in the physical. All of that fire results in something very tangible that you get to work on. And here you are, just quite satisfied. Again, it's sort of this blonde-haired Emperor character is even showing up as the King of Cups. And just being able to harness your energy in this way results in some major emotional maturity. It's really, really cool. And just being in a better emotional place than this 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups energy it can feel hard. It can feel like you're in limbo. It can feel like you're not really progressing in the way that you want to. And there's this restlessness about where you are in life. And the King, that's not the energy at all. You know, this King has both feet firmly on land and knows how to direct. There's an arrow in the King's hand. See it? Knows how to direct. And he's pointing down at this cup. Knows how to direct that emotional energy. I also want to point out that at the bottom of the deck we have the King of Swords. I feel like this energy has been coming in your readings recently, this need to express the truth about something. So this is sort of, since it's on the bottom of the deck, it's underlying this reading for you is this another King energy, by the way. Magician, Emperor, King, you know, King of Cups, King of Swords. This is very powerful, active, out in the world, taking action on your life type energy. And so what we see here, I think, is some sort of shakeup, some sort of major quaking that comes in and really gets you out of this energy, and perhaps makes you realize that you're the one that needs to step up and shift something in your life. And the way that you do that is through expressing your truth very clearly. I don't know Boundaries is coming up for me. That's usually more of a Queen of Swords energy for me. But the King of Swords is coming through here as having absolute clarity and absolute authority over their own truth. Absolute clarity, absolute authority. And that is a huge transformation. Note the butterfly. And note the way this king looks right at the camera, so to speak. You know, looks right at that, looks you square in the eye. Because the king is the authority, has the clarity and the confidence to have the authority over their own truth, and is not afraid to look you directly in the eye and express it. It is a little bit, there is some confrontation energy here. So I'm wondering if part of what kicks you into gear here, the catalyst for that has to do with some sort of confrontation with the Tower and the King of Swords. That's pretty specific. I don't always feel that confrontation energy out of the King of Swords, but I'm definitely feeling that for you here, Aries. Okay, so I have a little present for you since it's the holiday season here. I'm going to pull you a card from the beautiful botanical Major Arcana deck from Kevin J. Stanton. I just think it's lovely to pull out a flower or plant for you here to end your reading. Now, Aries, I am going to take this into an extended reading. So if that's something that you're interested in viewing, stick around. At the end of the reading, there will be a little preview of what that extended gets into. If it's resonating with you, the way you view this extended is by joining my Patreon community. All right. So for the small stories readings, you can view those instantly on Vimeo. For the big monthly shift readings, for those of you who have been following my channel for a while and following these monthly shift readings and they've continued to resonate with you, this is an opportunity to consider joining my Patreon community so that you can view the extended readings every month and begin to engage with this work in a deeper way. All right, so stick around. That'll be at the end of this reading. Let's pull you a card here from the Major Arcana Botanical Tarot. One last bit of Major Arcana advice for Aries this December shift. Major Arcana advice here for Aries for this December shift. One will come out eventually. Okay, one more shuffle and I'm pulling the one off the top. Okay. Lovely. The sun, the sunflower. More Leo energy, by the way. Fire energy. And when I saw this, I heard the sun's coming back out in your world. And I think it has to do with this work. You stepping in to your fire energy here. It's like the sun comes right back out. There's the sun. Where have you been all of this time? You know, that's this energy of the Four of Cups. The sun is absolutely not out for this person. And then it's like, here comes the sun. And that happens through you stepping up and choosing to put in the work on what you want to build and what you want to create in the world. That's quite beautiful, Aries. Wow. You know, and I'm just coming back to that visualization in the beginning. You're searching for something. And it seems like you were searching for something very specific. I'm wondering if, you know, it seems a part of this energy. There's something here, and that's very Virgo energy, you know, of like needing to find the one specific thing that I have to bring into this project. You know, it's like, oh, I read something in that book one time. Where is that book? Where's that passage? And like scouring with a fine-tooth comb until you find it. You know, God is in the details sort of thing. That's that Sun in Virgo, 8 of Pentacles energy for sure. So I'm wondering if that's part of what sets you off here, is there's something that you're searching for. You've got this muse, you've got this thirst, this idea, and there's something you're searching for that's going to be the thing that like clicks it into place for you, so that you can go into your you know, this in combo with the Magician, which is also Virgo energy, that Mercury, all of the mind, you know, the energy of intelligence and the mind and thinking and implementing. It's Hermes. So you've definitely been inspired by some sort of idea, and I just see you as this like scientist in your lab, experimenting and trying things out and doing research and applying it, and essentially just absorbed in your work, and that brings you to a more balanced emotional place, and it just brings the sun out, brings the sun right back out in your world. Amazing, Aries. I'm going to take it into an extended, keep pulling cards, get some clarity on what exactly has you in this 4 of Cups energy to begin with. And absolutely, what is this Tower, right? We want to find out what this shakeup of your world is. And then what's this thing you're applying yourself to? What are you working on? What's bringing the sun back out in your life? And I think I'm going to get some clarity on this King of Swords as well. What's that? What's the truth that needed to come out? So again, if you've been following my work for a while, it's resonating with you, and you would like to join me over on Patreon, you can view the extended for this reading at the most affordable tier. Okay, $11.11 a month. So check it out. The link is in the description box below. All right, Aries, thank you so much for joining me. Happy holidays. I hope that all of the holiday season goes well for you. It's a hectic time. It can be a difficult time for many of us, if not most of us. So I wish you lots of celebration and lots of inspiration and focus on your work. All right, take care, Aries, and I'll talk to you soon. You think you need these physical resources that, listen, yes, we all need physical resources, but maybe you don't need them as much as you think. Maybe you actually, if you choose, you know, Raichu or whatever, I wish I knew Pokemon to make a better analogy, but choose the fire element, and suddenly you step into the Emperor, and then it's like, if you choose fire, look at that, Pentacles come. Maybe you're sitting here with your hands crossed, frustrated, waiting for the Pentacles. It's like you may wait forever. If you continue to wait for these Pentacles, at some point you have to choose fire. Work with your inner fire and go from there. You know, it's like work from the muse, work from the place of passion and artistry and choice, and just go forth with your passion as much as you can with whatever resources you have at your disposal. That's the Magician